I see that. You're finally wearing the glitter jacket.
Yeah, I did. I
never wore it on the show before.
Since it's our first show tonight.
This is our first show on Village Connection Network. I'm really excited.
Way to go. Give me 5 on that. Let's do this.
Yeah. Good evening. How are you guys?
Heather Lee, how are you, sweetheart? We're shipping
I'm doing
shirts
great.
away.
I had to call in because I just wanted you guys to pay extra shipping to get my shirt.
Thank you, Heather.
Actually, I'm going to give them to your father, and he's going to ship them to you.
Oh, in that case, I'll never get it.
Brought up a really good point, Darren.
Happy New Year, everybody, and welcome to the Business Powwow with Darren and the Music Man. It sounds like somebody's in heat. That's good.
How are you, Music Man, this week?
Really interesting question.
That's a fantastic question, Norman.
Wow. See, I got a fantastic. You just got good. I got fantastic. What kind of toy did she like? I'm kidding.
Come on, he always goes there. Were you drinking before the show? One of the cardinal rules. 2 things you never do to a woman. You never say they're old, and you never say they're heavy.
I'm never going to see her again. What's the difference?
Trust me.
Wait a second. We both know I won't be seeing you again.
You know Lauren for a long time.
Yes, I do. By the way, this is a Yankee station.
It's a Yankee station. John, it's a Yankee station.
All right.
4th extravaganza.
Hell no.
Hi, Eileen. Eileen's on.
Hi, Eileen. Eileen, Karina is on.
Yeah,
hi, Eileen.
Great question. We have a lot of undulations out in the field. Undulations.
Is that a wine?
What the hell is undulation? Fred, don't use big words. John's not calling you chicken.
Did you just call me a chicken?
I called you a chicken. I did call you a chicken.
You called me a chicken.
I called you a chicken. Hey, right? So this
Help.
I gotta get him a cough button, Jim. What do you think?
A cough button would be a good idea. Consider that a good question that he asked?
Great question.
There you go. I got
Pythons and brains.
But our own John from Hazlitt provided the confetti for the ticker tape parade. Hey, sorry. This, yeah, I was just gonna say, this show's about him. It's not about you.
Hey, give me some loving.
How are you, Music Man?
Hello, Darren. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm absolutely convinced. I'm absolutely convinced that you got some kind of brain damage when you had that thing last year.
I'm telling you that, and he called.
Seeing interviews by Darren and the Music Man. Ladies and gentlemen, Darren Siafe and Norman Wasserman.
Let's do this, yeah.
And good evening and welcome to the Business Powwow with Darren and the Music Man. I am also known as Norman. That is my AKA.
AK?
You got everybody
Your
to call
AKA
me.
Norman now?
Is Norman now, yeah.
Why?
Just like yours is Dimples.
With Dimples, yeah. Well,
Dimples with the big driveway.
With the big driveway, yeah. We'll get into the big driveway later.
Okay, by the way,
so how are you recovering from the smoke inhalation and stuff we had on Monday?
My eyebrows are still singed.
Your eyebrows are still.
For those of you that missed the show on Monday, Sunday was my birthday, and Darren and Jim were nice enough to get some cupcakes and put a candle on the side, but the candle turned into a torch. It wasn't. Well, you to explain.
Well, yeah. So I light this thing, and it got out of control. As a matter of fact, Jim, we got a clip of that, don't we? We do. So why don't we play that so you guys can see what happened to us on Monday? It's like that. Oh yeah.
It's a torch.
Okay.
We go. Wait. It's supposed to do some funky stuff.
Supposed to do something. If not, we will be embarrassed on TV.
It's actually working out pretty good, Jim. I don't know.
Happy birthday to you.
Come on, everybody.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Norman. Happy birthday to you.
It's supposed to pop open.
Place on time. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, you know what? Blow that sucker out before the fire alarms go.
Can this be blown out,
bro? Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus! We could have some problems. You might want to help him here, bro. Okay, so maybe we'll switch the cameras over to the guests.
There we go. We got it.
It's good.
Now we got
to flood. This is good. Did you do a rehearsal?
Oh, give me one of those cups. No, we won't use that. We'll use it. We got another one. Give me one of these cups.
Oh, this is great on live TV. I love when this happens.
You got it?
We got it.
Okay, we got a little bit of smoke, and it's playing music.
Chop it the other way. Do it the other way.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Smother it.
So, I think he has.
Yeah, so
All right, so we're back. My eyebrows are like, and I had to put some of that. What's that stuff under the ladies'
well,
use?
here's the amazing
Whatever.
thing, right? If you remember, after that, the thing started playing Happy Birthday.
And it was
right?
still playing for 2
And
days.
when we got here tonight, the garbage can's outside. We can hear
We're
this
listening
thing
to this
still
Happy
going.
Birthday, and there it was.
2 days later.
And by the way,
Yeah.
if you think that you're dizzy or something, it's my shirt.
Yeah,
So don't,
I mean,
don't
I was just
check
gonna,
your
I was
screen.
going to comment on that. You have a very loud shirt on.
I'm a loud guy.
Where'd
I'm
you
a
get
loud
that
guy.
loud shirt from?
Unlike our guest.
Unlike our guest, yes.
Well, number one, it's not our guest is not a guy.
No.
And she's very nice and very sweet.
Very
and she
intelligent.
does a great job. And yeah,
You know.
and all that stuff. And
So,
she's into
I'm
relationships.
I'm actually looking forward to learning.
You having
about
fun
this
about
stuff.
this?
Oh, I'm gonna learn some stuff about relationships and how I can get better at them.
Hi, Kathy.
Kathy, let's welcome
welcome
Kathy
to our
from
show.
Meaningful Match. Hi, Kathy. How
Thank
are
you for
this
having
evening?
me.
Nice to have you come here this evening.
Thank you.
Nice to see
So,
you.
Kathy, tell us about Meaningful Match. And
You match
let's-
clothes?
Tell,
What do
yeah,
you
tell,
do?
I
tell us
match.
about what
Lady
the company's
shopper,
all
or
about.
what do we do?
Well, Meaningful Match is a matchmaking and dating and relationship coaching
Pay
company.
attention.
And I specialize in matching men and women anywhere from the age range of 35 to 55, give or
That lets
take.
me out.
Sorry,
I'm
Norman.
done.
I thought you used Tinder.
It doesn't matter. I'm still. And yeah, well, whatever. So,
Well, maybe we'll make an exception.
yeah, please.
But
You have a senior section.
I know.
I can
know.
introduce you to a lot
that's
of
one
people.
of the
Be great
fastest
for
growing
business.
populations looking for
Relationships.
relationships
Sure.
and matchmaking services. So, there are matchmakers out there who specialize in that area.
So I know you're fairly new to the industry,
Yes.
right? This is a career change for you,
Yeah, well, it's a career addition.
a career addition
Yes.
for you. So how did you get involved in matchmaking, and
And
what made
why?
you do it?
Well, I have been a nurse for 20 years, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm been in the business of helping people.
What kind of nurse were you?
I was a labor and deliver postpartum and
Mm-hmm.
nursery nurse. After the babies are born, and then I.
So you figured, well, babies, matchmaking, that kind
Right.
of works, right?
If I can get the people together, there'll always be
Wow.
business.
Well, see, if she gets the matchmaking going on, then she could still have her job, doing the deliveries.
Wait a second.
What are you talking about? You
he's
get them
got
together,
fever.
they make more babies,
He's
right?
got-
Right, exactly.
And people these days are having children later and later in
they
life. So there
Yeah.
you go.
So
So
this-
I know what I'm
You want
talking
more?
about.
It's the master plan.
You got
The
enough?
master plan. So I'm sorry, Kathy.
That's okay.
So what, you decided, okay, there's something more that you want to do.
Yeah, I saw an article about a matchmaker, and I thought it was pretty fascinating. I've seen The Millionaire Matchmaker on
Right.
TV, and never really thought about it. But something about reading this article, I remember just thinking, I could do that. I've been in.
What made you think to do that? Did you do something like
Well,
that
isn't
like
it just
in
like-
high school or college when, you thought that these two people would
Yeah, absolutely. That was.
We all did something like that. when
Yeah,
we were
everybody
kids.
has done it.
Right.
I've done it with friends, and getting people together in friend relationships and romantic relationships. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Which is
So let me ask you,
Yeah.
before you became a matchmaker and you
Right.
did that,
Right.
and the relationship went bad, did they blame you?
no. Thankfully, they did not. No.
Because that's usually what happens, right? It's
Yeah,
like
well, it
it's two of your
can.
friends, and then they get together, they break up, and now you
It
lose
can.
one of them.
Yeah,
at
I
least,
mean,
right?
well, luckily, the ones that got together, they were either together for a while, and it just ran its course. I mean, this was when we were younger. Everybody was still trying to figure out what they wanted to do.
Right.
So, but no, luckily, everybody stayed friends, and
So that worked out.
yes.
All right. So what do you need to do to become a matchmaker? I mean, do you have to be
do you
licensed?
get certified?
How do you
Well,
get, you know?
that's when I started thinking about it, jokingly thinking about, oh, I could do this, I started doing some research, and it turns out that there is a state certified matchmaking institute.
Wait a second. So there's a state certified, in New York State, there's a certified matchmaking institute.
Yes, there is, and it's a pretty big one,
I'm
too.
sorry,
Is it
I don't
really?
believe you.
Wait a second. So wait, is it like college classes and that type of thing? How does that work?
It's a certification process. It's usually a 12-week course, and it goes in depth with, it's usually taught by other matchmakers.
Okay, so give me a topic of the 12-week course that you would go over. Is it, I mean, I'm sitting here going...
Sex on the first date, yes or no? No?
No.
Why not?
Because that's not the way I was raised.
Oh, yeah. You didn't even have a date. You just went right for it. Hey, you, Carol.
What are you talking about?
Showed her one of your dimples, and that was the end of it.
That was it, right? Yeah.
So tell us about the classes.
Yeah, so tell us about
It ranged from a lot of things. It ranged partially was about starting a matchmaking business, so the structuring your business, and then the other bits of it were the actual process of matchmaking.
So so let's talk about the process of matchmaking and the certification to understand how to do that process. I mean, is it a matter of, okay, in step 1 you do this, in step 2 you do this. How do you, I mean, is there some psychology classes behind this?
Absolutely.
I would think so,
yeah,
right?
Definitely. And the funny thing is, the business part of it has as much psychology in it as the actual matchmaking piece
as it
of
should,
right?
Yes, but it's learning to how to select who you want to work with. You're not going to work with everybody.
So give me an example of somebody you wouldn't work with.
Well,
other than Norman.
Well, basically, really,
if
what
we
it
sat and
is.
talked, you would work with
No, you're out of her age range.
Well, that's it. But outside of that, we'd start a new division.
Start a new division.
We could make an
there we
exception.
go. So he's trying to make a deal. Let's go,
Right,
Kathy. I got an idea for a business.
Well, basically, the matchmaking, the bond between the matchmaker and the client is sort of a relationship.
Right.
So basically, when you meet with someone, you're getting to know them.
Right.
You're figuring out if you click, and if you click, means most likely you can work together.
Everything in life is a relationship.
Right.
So whether you go to your favorite supermarket and you get a relationship with the deli guy or the produce guy, someone who's looking out for you, your doctors, your lawyer, or whatever it may, your friends are the biggest relationship that you're going to have.
Well, especially your matchmaker, because we get really personal. So,
Example.
Well, I'm going to ask you about your past relationships and what you're looking for, and really press you on the issues that you're...
So do you learn how to read people so you can kind of pick up when they're full of crap?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's part of it, too. You want to make sure
I fooled her.
You fool everybody.
You want to make sure that, anyone can go on Match or Tinder or Bumble, and,
Bumble?
Yeah,
Bumble?
There's all different... There's all different relationship apps out there, and they can, you can go on these sites and you can look for someone, and you don't know what you're getting. So that's why you would have a matchmaker. I actually meet with the prospective clients and the prospective matches. I'm seeing you in person. I'm talking to you directly. I'm getting to know you, and in my head, I'm formulating. I think these two would work well together.
These two would work because you're hearing what I'm saying, you hear what the other person's saying.
And I've met with both of you.
And you met with both of you. You say, wait a second, I think there's
when you got certified, did you have to take a test?
Yes.
In order to get into the program?
Well, no. To get into the program, anyone can
go.
sign it. Yes, and
Anybody
then you
can
go through all the
pay the fee.
Of course,
everybody wants the
like
fee.
with anything.
Yeah.
But there's requirements. There's hours that you have to put in class time. There's assignments that you need to complete.
So you get the certification. Is this something that you have to get recertified in?
Yes,
Really?
every 2 years.
Every 2 years.
2 years.
So do you have to have so many, like, I'm an accountant, so, I have to have so many continuing professional.
Education.
Right.
Yes, that's a New York State requirement.
Right.
For most professions.
That blows my mind. Jim, do you know that, Jim? That there's a matchmaking license in New York?
I can't believe it.
I think that's wild, but I'm sorry.
And I'm also licensed in dating and relationship coaching. I'm also certified in dating and relationship.
Wait. So there's a license for that also?
Yeah, it's a certification.
It's a certification.
Yeah,
When you met your honey, no names being mentioned. Did you have to show him a copy of your license?
No,
did he have to pass the test?
No, that was pre-certification.
Oh, that was pre-certification.
So he didn't have. He was pre-certified.
Pre-certification.
Got
right.
it.
Okay.
I had to do it. I had to meet him on my own.
Did someone recommend him to you?
Actually, yes.
Yeah, I see.
So I didn't realize that this was such a big bit. It's almost like if you were like a recruiter, right? Like a job recruiter.
It's one of the oldest unknown professions.
The job recruiters, do they have to be licensed?
There are different degrees of licensure.
I asked him that because that's what he does.
Right.
He does.
You can. There are different programs that are out there. I was one of the originators of a program called APNI, which is the Association of Personnel Agencies of New York, back in the day.
Back in the day.
So people
would
would
join. So you have like license number 1?
I think I was before that. They gave me one just to have me in the license.
Oh, did they? They grandfathered you in?
Yeah. I was the grandfather.
Oh, man. So we want to say hi to Ren. Ren is saying happy birthday.
Hey, Ren. Thank you.
All the way from Cambodia.
Wow.
So he's watching in Cambodia.
We get some international people.
Yeah. Thanks.
Ren, if you're looking for a relationship, we can do it on Swipe.
Swipe.
Is that called Skype?
No, Skype.
Skype. Well, you're swiping down.
Swiping Skype.
I told you I was tired. I had a headache. So.
No, we can bumble our way through this.
I just did. I just bumbled. So people that are looking for a future mate, to marry or live with or hang out, you take all these things in consideration. Is it computerized? Does the computer kick out to you, or do you do it personally?
There's a database, and you can, based on people's preferences, you can connect that with people who have the same preferences. So that'll whittle it down to a few people.
It's kind of like the recruiting business, where you go, okay,
yeah.
Exactly
it's like
what
this person matches this job.
Right,
Exactly.
Oh, so that's
Same
like right
thing.
up your bailiwick.
And then from that, then I look into it and see who really matches.
Right.
On the majority of points that people are looking for.
Okay, so
you grade them.
You grade them, and then you say, okay, kind of. I'm going to take this. Say for me, for example, I got these 4 candidates that could be matches for him.
Exactly.
So when we come back, right? But before we do that, Kathy, if somebody wanted to reach out and get a hold of you, how can they do that?
The easiest way is to email me at Kathy@meaningfulmatchli.com.
Okay, and Kathy Kathy with a K.
Yes, Kathy with a K.
Kathy with a K, so we got to let everybody know that.
Right.
And also you can reach her at 516-387-2598.
That's correct.
So when we come back,
should they send you a picture of themselves while they're doing that?
Well, they can also go on. They can also go on my website, meaningfulmatchli.com, and if they decide to sign up, they can attach their photos on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we come back, we're going to open up the phone lines for any questions that you have about matchmaking.
At what number?
And maybe Kathy can do that at 631-415-1365.
Good job. You got that.
You got
631-415-1365.
So he got it too. Very good job.
There we go.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Hi, this is Doug Cormack, Executive Director of Orchard Estate of Woodbury, Woodbury's first assisted living and memory care community. We're opening this summer for seniors who need a little or a lot of assistance with things like taking their medication, meals, or just a maintenance-free lifestyle. Our experienced staff keeps seniors and their families connected to what matters most. Call us today to inquire about our model apartments and discover how Orchard Estate of Woodbury is providing the lifestyle Long Island seniors deserve. Call 516-246-2167. That's 516-246-2167, or visit orchardestatewoodbury.com. Licensure pending.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Friend Entertainment USA. My name is Norman Wasserman. I am also known as the Music Man. Let me just tell you a little bit about Friend Entertainment. We put on concerts for charities, and we do that everywhere from New York to Las Vegas. We do R&B, Motown, rock and roll, jazz, whatever it is that you wish. Friend Entertainment will deliver the best of the best for you and your charity. Here are some of the names of the talent that have performed with us on our stage. Stevie Wonder, Tina Turner, The Temptations, Earth, Wind and Fire, the one and only ELO, Elton John himself, Kool and the Gang, and the fabulous Donna Summer. Go to our website, friendentusa.com. That's www.friendentusa.com, or feel free to call us at 631-698-9696, 631-698-9696, and we'll see you at the next show.
Small business owners, are you having trouble growing your business? Do you feel like you're always swimming upstream? Do you feel that daily tension that I can't get ahead and I don't know why? Hi everybody, my name is Darren Sayafi and I'm a business therapist. What's a business therapist? Well, some people call us coaches, some people call us advisors, other people even call us strategists. We take a vested interest in you and your personal development as a person and as a business owner to give you the tools and structure that you need to take it to that next level. So don't wait. Give me a call today for your free consultation and let me show you how you can help yourself.
Welcome back to the Business Powwow with Darren and the Music Man and the lovely Kathy from Matchmaker.
No, meaning
Matchmaker, whatever.
You did that. You know, you did that the last show too.
Did I do that?
You messed up the name of the last show.
So we had something to talk about.
Well, we got something.
That's it. There's rhyme or reason for the things that I do.
Oh, so you purposely do those things? Is that what it is?
I've been known to do stuff like that. Yes.
I don't think so. I think
you think it was the way it was?
Yeah, I think it was the way it was. So
and
again,
you asked the question. I gotta take care of this.
Shut your phone off, please.
I gotta take care of this.
So Kathy, before we went on to break. Every show. You don't understand. This is
crazy.
Every show. The last few shows have been good, but this is almost every show. He's right back to the way he was, right, Jim?
That's it. I muted it.
You know? So there you go. It's all
muted.
Okay.
It's all done.
All right. So before we went to break, we said we were going to, first of all, we're going to open the phone lines up, right, Jim? 631-415-1365. Call in now with your questions for Kathy about matchmaking. Now, if somebody wants to, if I want to just jump into matchmaking, I call you up and I say, I'm ready to find a match. And what do you say?
Well, let's discuss that.
Okay.
Hi, Kathy. My name is Darren, and I'm interested in finding someone for a serious relationship.
Right.
What do we need to do?
Right. Well, that's what I need to find out for sure, because sometimes people think that they're ready to jump into a relationship, and sometimes they've got a little bit of baggage left over from previous relationships.
Okay, so if I have baggage left over from previous relationships, and anybody who's watching can tell you I have a lot of baggage from a previous relationship. Do you just turn me away and say, no, you're not ready? Or what do you do?
Well, first of all, if we have a good rapport going, and I think that matchmaking could eventually work for you, you might want to try some coaching first.
Okay. Do you do coaching?
Yes.
Okay.
Certified
what kind of coaching?
Dating and relationship coaching.
You're a coach.
Yeah.
You're a business
I'm a
coach.
business-
I never
I'm a
heard
business
of dating and relationship coach.
Yeah. Well, sometimes, you know what it is? We fall into bad habits. We fall into ruts. We keep choosing the wrong people.
You fall into what?
Ruts.
Oh, ruts. I
Yeah.
thought you said rust.
You know, ruts. You know, like that term came from like when you were a kid and they had the wagons going down the third street.
The
You get the
horses?
ruts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens, and we fall into those patterns. And sometimes we don't realize, or sometimes we do realize, but we don't know how to break those patterns. So that's what coaching. It's science-based coaching tools. And I was certified by a great lady who has a lot of experience in this department.
So where did you go to school?
Well, this was also through the Matchmaking Institute.
Okay.
They're not
Of
only
Manhattan?
matchmakers. Yes, in Manhattan. Yes.
So you traveled into Manhattan every day?
No, a lot of this was done.
Virtually?
Virtually. Yeah, in the comfort of my own home.
Yeah, you don't have to sit in the classroom anymore.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kids go to school like that now. A lot of people do.
Yes.
I got a graduate certificate in emergency management that way.
You can also do coaching that way.
Yeah, I do coaching.
You don't even
that way
have to
also.
leave. You don't even have to leave your house.
I did a coaching session yesterday with one of my clients on the phone.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just talked them off the ledge because that's all coaching is.
Yeah, it's just trying to get people right on the
Okay,
on the right
final
track.
check clear before you jump?
That always does.
Okay, you take cash
So
only.
I take cash only. So as we know, when you're coaching, you're trying to get people to realize things that sometimes they're not ready to realize,
Right.
which can be tricky.
Right.
It can be tricky. It can be a landmine of things to go through.
Yeah, but if they call her, you would think that they've reached a point in their life, or they're taking advice from somebody who said, you really got to get a relationship, you got to meet some people. And they're at the point where they need to make that phone call for themselves, right?
Yeah, I mean, they've tried everything on their own, and sometimes,
What are the things that one would try before they would call you, or at the same time?
Well, they've gone out on the blind dates that friends or family have set them up on. They've been on every dating app you can find. They've gone to the bars and the clubs, and
they're disgusted.
Yeah, it's sometimes I mean, not to say that people can't find someone that way. Lots of people do, but it just depends on.
But isn't it like, if I'm not ready,
right?
Do you get people that come to you and say, "I'm ready," but they're not?
Right.
Because I get the same thing from the business perspective.
Right.
I get people who come to me and say, "I need you to come in and coach me. I need a business coach to help me change my business."
Right.
And you go in and you realize within the first 5 minutes, this person is not going to listen to anything that I tell them.
Right.
And this is good. Now it becomes I call trickery, where I got to trick them into doing it, thinking it was their idea.
Right. Well, that's the
You
same
know?
thing with dating and relationship coaching, mostly dating coaching, is that you want the person to come to the conclusions themselves.
Right.
You just really want to kind of help steer the boat, but they've got to get to the destination themselves. That information that you give them, I think, sticks if they feel that they've come to that conclusion, whatever it may be, on their own.
Now, have you ever had that situation where you tried one thing that worked with, say you worked with Norman, and he was really easy and you were able to boom.
Right.
I am easy.
And he found the love of his life, Renee, through you, and it's all great now.
Right.
But now you come to me and you try the same techniques with me, but they don't work.
Right. Well, look, it's not going to, there's no definite, there's no guarantee with anything. But there are different approaches with coaching. There's also, with the matchmaking piece of it, I can match you with the most perfect woman on paper, but I can't decide if the two of you have chemistry.
So do you interview both people?
Yes, because I have to make sure that they work together, not only on paper.
What do you think she does? She interviews you and then she goes, "Oh, you over here, come on."
Well, somebody might have sent in the information, but you didn't have a chance to meet them.
Okay, yeah, but
excuse me for a second. Bite me.
Okay. Well, that's the difference between having a matchmaker and say going on something like Match. You're meeting someone on on a dating site.
But aren't those dating sites like all algorithms and things like that?
A lot of them are.
Based on how you answer the question.
Do they work?
Right. A lot of times they do, but a lot of times they don't. It just depends. If you're lucky enough that you happen to meet someone on there who is truthful in their answers, who are who they say they are, and is really serious about having a relationship, then you absolutely can meet someone.
So earlier you said that you have the applicants fill out a questionnaire.
Right.
Right. So if I fill out a questionnaire and say when I get the questionnaire, I'm depressed, nobody loves me, all this other stuff, do you believe my answers are definitely affected by my mindset?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah.
So I now answered it, and that was in a really bad way when I filled this thing out, because what's the point? Nobody loves me anyway.
Right.
My sister is making me fill this thing out, and I'm going to fill it out and then send it in.
Right. And you know what? And at that point, matchmaking might not be for you.
Right.
But it's something based off of the questionnaire and our conversation.
Okay. And
so I can get a better feel.
From the conversation, you could say, wait a second, the way he filled this thing out.
He had a bad day.
He had a bad day. Type of thing.
Well, you're trained to pick that out.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is just basic human interaction, reading people, listening to what they're saying, questioning them on certain things that they say. Do they really feel that way? Is this really important to them? Or is it just something that they've gotten so used to saying?
So, and that's a key. And I'm glad you brought that out, because what people don't understand about coaching, you run into a lot of people today. Coaches is a big thing. They all go, oh, I'm a coach. I met this kid, he was 22 years old, and he goes, I'm a business coach. You're 22 years old, you just got out of college, you have no experience. How are you going to tell me the minefields that I'm going to run into when you haven't even experienced them yourself? That's number one. But the other thing too is watching this kid work with somebody. All he was doing was just telling them what they should do.
Right.
He wasn't listening.
Right, and that's huge.
He wasn't. You said that's key.
Listening is
listening, right? God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
Right.
Listen twice as much as you talk, and and that's what I say to old people all the time. You gotta listen. You gotta hear what they're saying. Don't get into a conversation just so you can respond.
Right.
Get into conversations you can listen, you can really hear what's going on, and then come up with your response.
Well, because then when you listen to what they're saying, you can ask more questions to figure out what's in between what they're saying. And that's usually where the meat and potatoes are. It's in between. People usually say what they think you want them to say.
Right. You think you want them to say number one, and sometimes their perception, we talked about this before the show, their perceptions of themselves is very different than what reality is.
Right.
Right? So some people that come in, they're all, they think they're the greatest thing since sliced bread, and they're a knucklehead.
But they're alone.
Right.
But they're alone,
They're alone.
Or they may think they're the worst person in the world.
Right.
And they're really not.
Right.
They're really good people.
We even do that in the coaching part of there's different exercises. And
can you give us examples of
one of them will be writing out your ideal partner, some characteristics of your ideal partner. And the recommendation is, after you've done that, you put everything down that you'd like in the ideal person, and then run it by your friends and family who know you and who know your patterns of who you've been dating. Does that match up? Does it make sense? Can someone who really knows you well maybe challenge the list so that you start thinking?
Can your possible client at that time then get annoyed because family is thinking one thing of you and you're thinking of yourself as someone else? Does that create some hostilities?
Well, I mean, hopefully it should not.
It's a reality check,
well,
right?
That's what it is. These are the people
who... opinion versus what you think of yourself.
Just like dating, I have the same issue when I'm doing business coaching, executive coaching, is getting them to see what the reality of their situation is. Right. And that's...
Okay, I'll buy that.
And that is, because when I go into businesses, I just don't deal with the executives. I go down, I talk to everybody that I can, to really see what their perception of what's going on.
Exactly.
Sometimes their perception is a little twerk too.
Right, of course.
But to try to get different viewpoints from so many different people, because...
it's meant to make you think.
It's meant to make you think. I just recently had one, not to cut into your time, but I recently had one where I met with management. They were like, we're great. You know, I went in, I observed how they work. They seem to be working good. I didn't interview anybody else other than management. We went to a meeting to go, here's the changes we're going to make. It exploded.
Yeah.
With this one doesn't like me, this one doesn't trust me, this is, I mean, it was just.
They were talking about you?
No,
Oh,
this is
they were talking
themselves.
Right.
And from all appearances, it looked like they were functioning as a group.
Right.
And in reality, they weren't.
Right.
And that's what she's talking about, is getting that out, getting that sister to say, no, this knucklehead does this. And
yeah, it's just, you know, these are the type of people you keep choosing, but, you know, this doesn't seem to be working for you.
Right.
You know, it's meant to be in a supportive way. I mean, if your family and friends are not supportive, it may not be the best thing to bring it to them.
Well, sometimes you're in that negative.
So how many coaching sessions, I guess everybody is different,
Right.
but how many coaching sessions on an average do you have to do before you go and say, I think you're ready?
Well, it depends. I mean, I offer different options. So you may think, you know, I have one session. It's a longer session. If you're just kind of not certain which direction you want to go or what you should change, that can be done in the one session, a 2-hour session. But then if you feel you need something more, or we discuss it, and there are options for more sessions, of course. You know, it depends on the issue.
Well, everybody's different.
Right,
so
exactly.
You could be one session, or you could be 10, or all of a sudden you got this person calling you every 5 minutes going, nobody loves me. Help
You know,
me.
it's like being a manager of a talent group, you know, some kind of entertainment.
Right.
You know, do you have any openings for me? Can I work this weekend? You know, that type of stuff.
You become a therapist, right? If
Yep.
Well,
my
we're
commercial
more of a
on
coach.
this.
We're more of a coach.
Well,
than
I call myself, my commercial on the show, I call myself a business therapist, because that's really what it comes down to. It's like you're providing these therapy sessions for your clients, for them to get through this difficult time.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there are some people though that coaching is not for them. Therapy is for them.
Yeah,
and that's the difference.
Do you
know?
do therapy, or do you send them somewhere?
I'm not a certified therapist.
Got it.
I'm a coach. Coaching is goal-oriented. It's focused on now, going forward. Therapy is going back in time and going through everything that's happened in your life and why you believe what you believe. And, you know, so they're two different things. But
so
both are effective.
Both are effective, and you know, it's funny. We had Bill Sauls on the show, who's a therapist, and he has a very effective way of getting people through. And my question to him was, how do you sustain your business? Because you're turning people around in 3 or 4 sessions.
Right.
You know,
He's good at what he does.
He goes, I just got to keep out there and keep bringing people in.
Right.
Some people, therapy is what they need. Some people are uncoachable.
Right.
How do you get your leads?
Well, I go to networking events, go to different events that are being run where there may be people that match my demographic, word of mouth.
Go on very popular
social
shows
media.
like the Business Power
Right,
Hour.
exactly.
Having thousands of people watch you.
Right. Exactly.
Well, it's a fact.
It's a fact. No, we got people from all over the world. So now you're world renowned. We're going to call you the world renowned matchmaker.
There you go.
Right.
You're famous now.
I was telling you a story earlier about somebody that met someone online on Facebook, and they took a picture and they sent it in, and I saw this picture, and this young lady was stunning. I didn't go on the date with them, I just saw the picture. And then when he got back to me and I asked him, I said, how was your date? He goes, it was horrible. What do you mean? He says, I didn't even recognize her when she walked in the room.
Wow.
She looked totally, totally different.
That's called catfishing.
Whatever.
Right.
Right?
How do you?
That's the terminology.
What do you do to prevent that? And what do you? I guess you can't prevent that on Facebook.
Well, I meet them face to face.
But you meet them, and do you take pictures and so on, or they bring in pictures?
Yeah, usually when they sign up on my website, I ask them to send a close up and a full body, just so I can see the person. What I do initially with all the women who sign up for my database, I do a video conference with them, initially.
You
and
don't
then
do that with the guys as well?
Well, yeah, no, the men I meet
But you don't do a video type of
yeah,
thing?
I can, yeah, of course, if that's more
I would think that would be a really good idea, especially for the ladies to hear somebody talk and present themselves.
Yeah, but really, as the matchmaker, what I want to do ultimately, if I'm going to match two people, I want to meet those two people in person.
Because some people are very good on video and some people
Right.
aren't.
Right, I want to see how you carry yourself,
Mm-hmm.
how you show up.
I don't send anybody on an interview unless I meet them.
Right.
So and now I meet the client. She's going to hire for me.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. I mean,
she's recruiting for two different sides.
Exactly. Right, exactly.
You know, that's what
exactly.
you're doing.
I'm a love recruiter.
Love recruiter. I like that. She's a love recruiter. You know, let's get rid of matchmaker. Let's get love recruiter.
The love recruiter.
The love recruiter.
Well, you just might have
world-renowned
something
love recruiter. I love it.
Write that down.
So, Kathy, if somebody wanted to get a hold of you and they wanted to engage you to help them find true love, how can they do that?
Well, I'm on Facebook and Instagram under Meaningful Match, Meaningful Match LI. They can also email me at kathy@meaningfulmatchli.com. And
so you go to your website, Meaningful Match,
yes,
right?
meaningfulmatchli.com.
And they can get you a 516-387-2598.
Yes.
And you mentioned that I saw you on the Business Powwow with Darren and the Music Man.
That's right.
That's right. Let Kathy know.
World-renowned now.
World-renowned.
International superstar.
That's it.
Matchmaker.
When we come back, we're going to continue with Kathy and find out a little more tips and tricks on how we're going to do some dating tips and tricks from you.
All right, sounds
when we come back. We'll be right back after these messages.
Great.
Small business owners, are you having trouble growing your business? Do you feel like you're always swimming upstream? Do you feel like daily tension that I can't get ahead and I don't know why? Hi everybody, my name is Darren Sayafi and I'm a business therapist. What's a business therapist? Well, some people call us coaches, some people call us advisors, other people even call us strategists. We take a vested interest in you and your personal development as a person and as a business owner to give you the tools and structure that you need to take it to that next level. So don't wait. Give me a call today for your free consultation and let me show you how you can help yourself.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Friend Entertainment USA. My name is Norman Wasserman. I am also known as the Music Man. Let me just tell you a little bit about Friend Entertainment. We put on concerts for charities, and we do that everywhere from New York to Las Vegas. We do R&B, Motown, rock and roll, jazz, whatever it is that you wish. Friend Entertainment will deliver the best of the best for you and your charity. Here are some of the names of the talent that have performed with us on our stage. Stevie Wonder, Tina Turner, The Temptations, Earth, Wind and Fire, the one and only ELO, Elton John himself, Kool and the Gang, and the fabulous Donna Summer. Go to our website, friendentusa.com. That's www.friendentusa.com, or feel free to call us at 631-698-9696. 631-698-9696, and we'll see you at the next show.
Hi, this is Doug Cormack, Executive Director of Orchard Estate of Woodbury, Woodbury's first assisted living and memory care community. We're opening this summer for seniors who need a little or a lot of assistance with things like taking their medication, meals, or just a maintenance-free lifestyle. Our experienced staff keeps seniors and their families connected to what matters most. Call us today to inquire about our model apartments and discover how Orchard Estate of Woodbury is providing the lifestyle Long Island seniors deserve. Call 516-246-2167. That's 516-246-2167, or visit orchardestatewoodbury.com. Licensure pending.
Welcome back to the Business Powwow with Kathy Heise. Heise, is it correct?
Heise.
Heise.
Yeah.
Right, and the
love broker.
meaningfulmatchlongisland.com.
There you go.
Is that right?
You got it.
I read well without my glasses.
But she's going to change the name. She's the love doctor.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's already taken.
Oh,
is it?
Love Recruiter.
Love Recruiter.
That's it. We're going to write that down.
We're going to do
We
that one.
love
Recruiter,
baby.
So I've moved back. I was told during the break that I'm too close to the camera. So I may break it.
You're never
so
close
I moved
enough.
back.
So what would Darren do?
Well, here's Kathy. Let me ask you this, right? So you do relationship and dating coaching,
right?
Right. So now you've coached me through. Okay, I'm ready now to go out on a date.
You're a perfect candidate.
I'm
now.
a perfect candidate to go out on a date, but I'm a Neanderthal, as most men are, right?
Speak for yourself.
So,
right.
Well, you're married, so don't.
Well, he looks like a
Neanderthal with all that hair on his head,
all over himself.
Yeah,
needs a shave too.
Look who's talking. You've met me face to face. We've actually met and had coffee, and you saw her. I was like,
I know all your dating woes
and all my
dirty fingernails.
And so, what are some tips, some quick tips that guys really who don't have
class?
Well, I would say class. You know, maybe not
skills.
The right influences in their life,
right,
to keep them on track with just basic grooming needs and things like that.
I mean, you would think that most of that should be common sense, but across the board, you should always present yourself. This is your first impression,
right?
And you want to make the best impression. Right. So, you know, do your hair, brush your teeth, smell nice, put on a nice outfit. Ask your most trusted friend.
So wait, do I brush all my teeth?
All of them. Yeah, not just the ones in the front. Just make sure you get them all.
So you know, take a shower.
Yeah,
right.
I mean,
wear clean clothes.
Yes,
just
clean
don't
clothes.
Just don't spray them with Lysol before you go out.
No, it's good to smell nice.
I actually know somebody who does that.
Oh, boy.
I don't want to know
them. Lysol
Not a matchmaking.
And then douse themselves in cologne.
Oh yeah. No, don't overdo the cologne.
Yeah.
No, it should just be a hint.
Well, you know, some people think that you know, a lot of cologne is a good thing.
No,
I don't.
No.
I don't
Very rarely
cologne.
now. Men don't wear cologne all that much anymore.
No, usually, even if you have nice smelling products, that's it's just enough, you know. But I mean, basically, you want to you shouldn't have any smell. Then, if you don't want to wear cologne, then just don't have any smell.
Okay.
Smell good.
So we got the smell. We just spent 20 minutes on smell.
So
let's get off of the smell because you stink.
Moving on.
So from the pointers of manners, right? So you met me.
Yes.
Say we met outside Starbucks. I let you open the door. I let you, I sat down before you did. I did everything wrong.
Right. This is all part of first impression. Now, this woman is taking stock this whole time about what you did and what you didn't do, and vice versa. You may be doing the same for her. Common courtesy. Just mind your manners. Watch how you eat at the table. Use your fork and knife. Chew with your mouth closed. Have nice conversation. Don't start bashing your exes.
How about the guy who chews and he has his hand over and you can't understand the thing that is in? So as he's chewing his steak, starts to talk. That doesn't work.
It's probably not best, but it's better than chewing with your mouth open.
But you said something that just struck a chord, especially with me. It was, don't bash your spouse or your ex.
Right.
Your ex relationships.
Right. Exactly.
Right. So why is that an important factor in creating a new relationship?
Yeah. Your first date should be light. It should be getting to know each other, not your whole history.
But what if I have something in common with that person? One thing I have in common with that person is the fact that they had a bad relationship, I had a bad, and we can compare notes.
Yeah, well, people are probably going to ask you about your past relationships. On your first date, I wouldn't say, if you're asked directly, don't completely ignore them or cut them off, but keep it short. Keep it short and sweet.
Well, who's grooming?
Definitely sweet.
Who's getting this woman set for the date with your client?
Same thing.
Who's prepping this particular woman? And where do you get these women from?
From anywhere and everywhere. I mean, everyone has single friends, you know, even married people.
Do you charge women to...
Wait. You have married people that are part of your thing?
No. Married people have their single friends.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I said even married people... I thought you
had a swingers club.
No.
Let me get my key.
You said even married people.
I don't count out my married friends as good sources for single people.
Well, it depends what they're going through. If they had a fight with one another.
Hey, everybody's got their thing.
Hey, Kathy, who do you got for me tonight?
No, we are only single people. Single people only.
So do you coach them on, like before I go, you'll coach me on, don't talk about, keep it like short and, and things
Usually
like that.
I'll send a list of reminders, just and first date conversation starters. If you get stuck and you're like, oh, I can't even think of anything else to say.
Now, will you know like likes and dislikes of the other person, so you can kind of prep me like this person likes this, and this, so I can, because you know when you first meet somebody, you're always trying to find common ground, something that you have in common,
and then the conversation usually goes from
there. And then a conversation goes from there. So you'll prep me with, okay, she likes this, this, and this, and this, and then I'll sit there and go, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Well, each of you will have a little bio,
right?
That I'll present to each of you.
Okay.
And you'll have, it's just, you know, a basic synopsis of the highlights of what there is to know about you and what there is to know about her.
Okay, so I go on this date. Date's over. Now what?
Now, within 24 hours, you're both required to give me feedback.
Okay.
So basically, I'm the little spider on the wall.
Right, so you're a bird on the wall, you're hearing what I'm saying, you're hearing what she's saying.
Yes.
And if I called you up and said, oh, she was great, we have so much in common, she, you know, got out of a bad relationship too, and that's all I talked about.
Right.
And then she called you up and said the same thing, and all she talked about was her bad relationship. Is that a red flag that goes up and says, okay, guys, we got to kind of... You can't base your relationship on the fact that you had two bad ones, and that's what you got.
Well, what I would do is if your overall comments were both positive about the other, I mean, but that's a good thing.
Right.
What I would probably do is ask you to focus more on what you liked about each other, what you found attractive about each other, and then I would give you tips and say, you know, maybe for now, until you get to know each other a little bit more and you decide that maybe this is going to be a relationship you want to pursue.
Well, how do you get to the second date? What do you do?
Well, that's up to them then. I'm the first date girl.
So that's it. After the first, then it's up to
them. If
her or him
so what happens now if 24 hours, she calls you up, he's great, I want to be with him. I call you up and say, oh my God, what did you do to me? This one's a nut job. I don't want anything to do with her.
That will happen sometimes.
So how do you handle that situation?
Well, delicately.
Okay.
Well, really what you want to do is you want to put the information that you receive in a way that helps the person. You know, one person may feel chemistry, the other may not. And that could be for any number of reasons. But really what the point and the purpose of the feedback is to give that information to the person so that going forward they can improve and have a better outcome.
Now, would you take that, say it was the opposite, right? I really liked somebody.
Right.
They didn't like me.
Right.
Because, and then we're going to touch on this in a second, but they didn't like me and they gave you feedback on why.
Right.
Now you're coaching me.
Right.
Would you now come back to me and coach me on those things?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
but it's only one person's opinion. Now he may act the same way on another date with another lady, and she loved it. You know, there was no problem.
I mean, it depends. It depends on what the feedback is. You know, if it's something, you know, unreasonable, you know, that she said something, you know, that you didn't, I don't know, you
he got foul mouthed
something.
Or
well,
whatever.
yeah, I mean, well, that's a legitimate concern. I would bring that up to you and say, you know, some people might find that a little offensive. You might want to tone that down, you know, at least until you're a little more comfortable with someone. But on the first date, it's a little much.
So we were talking before about what type of clients you work with, and you say you work with men. You work with both men and women, but you focus on matching men with women,
yes,
and not the other way around.
Right. The
That's your focus.
the women are free to sign up in my database, and but they are not guaranteed matches. I'm not actively matchmaking for them.
Okay.
My clients are men, anywhere from 35 to 55 years of age. Women anywhere from about 28 to 55 as well. So.
Do you ever go to dads groups?
No, I have not yet.
You see, now that's a good idea. Yeah. There are dads groups, single dads groups.
Yep.
That would be a major place for you to go to make a presentation.
He's always figuring out.
I know. I'm gonna have
he is the master networker.
They're going to come to him for advice.
If you haven't figured it out yet, he's the master networker. He's everywhere. He knows everybody. He's constantly
like the mayor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, Kathy, believe it or not, we're getting to the end of the show here.
Almost.
Right? Yeah. So, tell us one more time. If somebody wanted to get a hold of you, what's the best way to do it?
How do they reach the Love Recruiter?
The Love Recruiter.
The Love Recruiter. The best way, if they are interested in signing up either for matchmaking or coaching, is to go to my website at meaningfulmatchli.com. They can also, if they have questions, they can email me at Kathy@meaningfulmatchli.com. I am on Facebook and I'm also on Instagram, and they can reach out to me.
And they can call you.
Yeah, they can also call me as well.
516-387-2598.
Yes. That's
do you have some business cards that you could leave?
I do, yes.
All right, cool.
Yeah, so he's going to, when he's doing his recruiting, he's going to say, oh, by the way, you need somebody. He'll do that too.
That's great.
He will.
In my book, I have other people's and my own business cards.
That's
so
great.
if I have a good business relationship with you, wherever I am, I will recommend certain people at certain times for certain things.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, though. So we want to thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So any last second tips that you want to throw out there or anything?
Just, you know what? Dating is hard. So just be yourself, have fun, and just, give people a chance.
You got one life.
Yeah,
you got to go out there and
don't be so uptight.
Right.
Really relax.
And it's better spending it with someone. It's better having someone to spend it with.
Well, that's one of the keys, right? Is that fact that you have to be yourself.
Right.
Because if you're trying to be somebody else, it's not going to work. Be your best self. Be your best self, right? Be your best self. All right, Kathy, thank you. We appreciate you being on the show tonight. All right, my friends. So we got a lot of things coming up. You got a lot of things going on,
We have a few things that are happening. We had a great show. For those of you who didn't listen on Monday, our show at the Crescent Beach Club Saturday night with our Neil Diamond tribute was sensational. They got 50, 60 more people in their room than they thought. I mean, but that guy had a great turnout.
I saw pictures. The guy actually looked like Frankie Valli to me.
He had that kind of haircut, but he had a Neil Diamond haircut. He sounds just like Neil Diamond. He's there. The ladies kind of like him. He works the room really well. He did a really good job.
So, but you got shows coming up now, don't you?
I have nothing until January 24th.
Oh, so forget that.
But I got 10 or 12 shows that we already got booked.
You got a big year next year.
Through June of next year. So if you're interested and you would like to do a show for one of your charities, something that you're with, that needs some help, 631-698-9696. Same phone number for professional staffing solutions, as well as to book yourself on this particular show.
Yeah, we're booking up. We're booking up, guys. First quarter is almost all gone. So we only got a few dates left in the first quarter.
Looks like we're gonna be booked again on Wednesdays. May. Was last year.
May we had all the way through the end of the year, and then we started.
And what's cooking with you?
Just again, this is a busy time of year for me, so just booking through a few things. I may have a speaking engagement coming up. Haven't finalized it yet, but let everybody know once that's done.
Nice, good.
But and we got the other project that we're gonna.
The project that's still coming.
The X project. We're going to call it the X project.
Project
Go from there. So,
Love Recruiter, we loved having you here.
Yes,
thank you. I
really
did.
You did a great. You did a great job.
Because our friend Ren,
only international.
Right, our friend Ren in Cambodia. Welcome to the show, Ren. Thanks for watching.
Good.
And
I hope
Carly,
somebody else other than Cambodia watched.
Carly Butterich?
Yes, that's my
All right.
friend.
Carly
And
says,
Brian Cohn.
so natural. All right. So Carly,
Why didn't she call?
Thanks, Carly.
Carly, why didn't you call? You got 2 more minutes.
Yeah, Gina Marie, awesome job, Kathy.
that's great.
Right. So you had some people watching tonight.
Great.
So good
That's
job.
the idea.
You know, and we want to thank everybody for watching tonight, and we will see you Monday night when we have Donna Williams on, and we're going to talk about the health and the holistic ways that you can take care of yourself without chemicals and all that other stuff.
So this way you could be nice and healthy, so the love recruiter can take care of you.
Yeah,
and
there you go. Now you're talking.
On a date and create a great relationship. Right?
That's right.
All right.
All right.
So we wish you a great week and have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday night.
Everybody stay safe. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
They're all dead. The lines cut off inside my head. I left here like a broken man with no idea of where I stand. Oh, my mind clear. Oh, I shed all of my tears. Oh, now baby, I was just waiting here while you moved on. Security, this newfound freedom you kept from me. The sound of all your loaded guns. This heartbreak war has just begun. The sound of all your loaded guns. This broken man has already won. Oh, my mind clear.